Welcome to Pera's Playbook. This is your host, Alex Pera. Let's open up our playbook and see who our guest is. Please enjoy.
I'm excited.
Welcome to episode 87 of Pera's Playbook. Today I'm joined by CJ Fazio, running back for the Marshall Thundering Herd. How's it going, CJ?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Alex?
I'm doing pretty good. I love the mascot. Like, it's just the Thundering Herd. Like, that just sounds sweet when you say it.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a unique one. I mean, we love the bison. Marco the bison is the actual name. But yeah, no, that's great. Definitely a staple of the university.
Yeah. There's so many colleges that have generic masks. Like, if you're a Panther or a Falcon or like a Bulldog or like kind of
Even
boring.
now, for sure. No, yeah.
Thundering Herd, that's a pretty
it's
sweet way to say it too. Like, not just
definitely,
like the Howard Bison, like that's just boring
yeah,
bison, but Thundering Herd.
for sure. Yeah, the cool thing with the thundering part, we come out to Thunderstruck, and that whole deal at our games is pretty dope. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's one of the best hype songs there is.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
So let's talk about your recruiting for a little bit. I know everybody's got a different story: easy, hard, weird. Like, some people have normal, and other people it's like way out of this world at what they went through.
Yeah, no, that's a very good question, especially in my situation, because yes, for sure, everybody's story is different, and mine was very unique. So starting back in high school, I'm from Easton, Pennsylvania originally. Uh, Pretty medium-sized town in Eastern PA, like right on the border of New Jersey. But I went to a pretty small school, so senior year wasn't really getting a lot of things. Didn't have a whole lot of film, and honestly, at that point, I was underdeveloped for sure. And then actually, third game of the season. This was I graduated high school 2021, and so third game of the season, I ended up tearing my ACL, have that whole deal, surgery, all that stuff. And so obviously, like, going through high school, my dream was to play ball in college and stuff like that. But that definitely put a wrench in the plans for sure. But I ended up like staying focused, grinded out, got a really good surgeon. Shout out to Dr. Slanker at Lehigh Valley. He got me right. And so I ended up taking a gap year actually after high school. And I just like focused on getting my knee back together, getting my body right. And this is when I was starting to look at schools to walk on. At this point, I had no interest. I had tore my ACL senior year. I had very minimal film junior year. And so, I mean, I could have went like D3, had a couple options like that, but I just wasn't looking like for that option at the time. So did my research, found Marshall. I found a couple of different schools. Ended up liking the coaching staff a lot at Marshall. Researched Coach Huff at the time, and he has a very, very great background. Is a wonderful coach. And so we took a visit out there, just a normal school visit. Me and my mom, a 7.5 hour drive to go check out the school. And love the campus. Campus is great there. It's in the middle of nowhere, which a lot of universities are. But yeah, so that obviously is a downside. But the university was great. Got good vibes and stuff like that. And so at this point, it was really my only option. I had no connection to the football team at this point. I obviously sent out emails, blah blah blah. And during my visit, I went over there and tried to talk to whoever I could, but they were just like, "Oh, this kid, just go away." And so what ends up happening is this was probably in April, March area is when I went on my visit, and then I ended up like applying, going to orientation, everything, and I was just fully committed. I was like, I'm just gonna make it happen. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make it happen. And so I go, and they because my original plan when I went was like to do a walk-on tryout type of thing. Get there within like the first couple weeks I was there, they're like, "Oh, we're not having a walk-on tryout because of well, it was because like they had too many players with COVID, whatever. Moral story, they weren't having one. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just stuck in this West Virginia town in the middle of nowhere, and I didn't know what I was gonna do at that point. But I was still like determined to make it work. Of course, I end up going to like the football facility and saying like, hey, I'll do an internship or do something just to like get around the team. And so I end up, after bothering them a lot, they were like, all right, we'll put you with we could use some help in the strengthening and conditioning as an internship. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. I mean, I like working out, that kind of stuff, so I was like, all right, well, that like seems like a good thing that I would enjoy doing, and also put me in a place where I'll be able to meet people and get connections. And so I end up doing the internship with the strength and conditioning, and that was a journey. Waking up, strength and conditioning coaches have a life. I'll tell you, they're very hardworking people, and I mean, I was just like cleaning, just doing very tedious stuff, like in that whole situation. But so the head strength coach over there, his name's Ben Ashford. He basically took me in. I mean, I thank him very much because he didn't have to do what he did. He kind of just let me know. And I, going into this whole situation, I was telling him, hey, look, I'm not trying to be a strength coach here. I'm trying to like be on the team. And he completely respected that, and he did like what he could. And so I did that for about half of the fall semester, and waking up at like 4 a.m. every day, and then going to class and all that stuff. And so, and then at a certain point, he was like, all right, well, if you continue like showing me you can work hard, come springtime, I'll get you on and you'll be in on the team. And I was like, all right, that's great. So thankfully, I was like, I came here, I wanted to make it happen, made it happen. And yeah, so in terms of recruiting, that was the whole recruiting process. It was a little crazy. Definitely, everybody's story is different. Mine's definitely pretty unique. But obviously, this was almost this is a year and a half ago now. So I've been on the team for over a year at this point. Then I've worked my way up, of course, and all that stuff. But yeah, so it was a journey for sure.
Definitely. I knew there had to be something because I
Yeah.
looked at when you graduated and like when you started at Marshall, and I knew there was a gap, so there had to be some sort of a story. Did you watch Rudy, the movie Rudy, before you like plan this out? Because like there's a lot of your story that mimics like Rudy's story, like people telling him like you're not gonna make it, like you had your injury and like no one was interested. Then you get to school and you get a job working with the team. Rudy got a job working with the team and then ends up making the team. And like there's a lot of similarities there. Did you
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it? Be like, I gotta do it.
Yeah, so I actually I haven't watched the movie, but you're not the first person that said that. My strength coach said the same thing. You're like, you remind me of him. I'm like, oh, it's funny, it's funny. But yeah, no, I gotta watch it because I've
You
heard they're not
do.
the person that. Of course, I watched We Are Marshall and
Yeah.
the other football movies, but yeah, I definitely got to check that out for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Rudy's it's a lot of some people say it's the greatest sports movie ever. I mean, there's so many good ones. It's like how
Yeah,
do you rank them? But
yeah.
some people say it's like it's definitely worth a watch.
Okay,
If
great. Yeah,
especially with like, kind of your
yeah,
story
for
having
sure.
some similarities to his.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool.
So Marshall, I mean, it's got a historic, like I feel like a lot of people probably don't know, but like I mean, the school as a whole, when it was an FCS, had
Hmm.
a lot of success. There's a lot of really famous alumni. Obviously, Randy Moss would be the one that people know, but then you've got Chad Pennington, Byron Leftwich, Troy Brown, just to name a few. There's 5 college football Hall of Famers and 2 Pro Football Hall of Famers. I
Yeah.
think the overall win percentage is like 53%, which is, I mean, if you're over 50% as a program, that's
Yeah.
solid. So I mean, like there's a huge history there.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a great history. And yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't even know what Marshall is, and if they do, they know it because of the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that is a great history. Of course, yeah, Tom Brady, Chad Pennington, they're amazing athletes, and yeah, it's great to. And the one thing that I really like that the program still keeps around is they still take the plane crash like super serious, and they make sure players like understand that they take us to like the memorials and stuff like that. And they really like drill that in and make sure that people know how like big of an impact, because I mean that town kind of relies on the football team a lot. Like they a lot of people care a lot about the team. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool, and I'm glad that the program keeps that and reminds everybody of that history for sure.
It's important. Yeah. I mean, I feel like every program's got something that like happened in their history that you have to remember, whether it was a story like Rudy or whether it was a tragedy
Yeah,
like the We Are Marshall thing. Like every program's got something. There's a movie, it's called Greater. It's
yeah, I've
can't
heard of
have you
that.
seen it?
I have
Or
watched it. It's been a while, but I've watched that. Yeah.
yeah, with Brian Burlsworth at Arkansas. I think at the end of the movie, it said that his locker is encased in glass as
Really,
kind of like a remembrance.
that's
And then
great.
there's it's called My All American. Have you heard of that
No,
one?
I don't think I have heard of that one.
That
But
one is
Raiders are very good. Raiders are a very good
oh
movie.
yeah, Grader's awesome. If anyone hasn't seen Grader,
Yeah.
I cried at the end of Grader. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
cried. That
No.
was a sad movie.
No, for
Good,
sure.
but sad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
Yeah,
like all of these schools have something, and you got to keep it as part of the memory and make the kids who are coming like understand this is an important part of our history and our culture and who we are.
for sure. Yeah, we are for sure. Especially with the transfer portal too. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
definitely hard to keep that type of like culture because you're getting so many new people. But I think that that's definitely a very important part, and there's definitely schools that can't keep that culture factor, and that's probably like definitely a downside in their
yeah.
performances and stuff like that. But yeah, Marshall definitely does a great job. I can't complain about the culture is great for sure.
I do have to say I have a little sour taste when I say Marshall because I think it was I don't know if it was 2, 3 years ago. I'm a huge Notre Dame fan. Huge Notre Dame
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
Marcus Freeman's I think it was his first year. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Not awesome if you're Irish fan. Not
yeah.
awesome.
For sure. Yeah, that was a great game. They and Marshall fans definitely don't let that one down either.
No, I'm sure not. I
They're
would
so
that you knock off a team like that.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely. So maybe this is even a little different for you because you were like removed from football for a little over a year. But
Yeah.
like the adjusting to practice. I mean, it's hard if you just come right out of high school and going to college, but you had a gap and now you're going to college practice. So like what was the
Yeah.
adjustment, some of the differences?
The adjustment was, I would say that was definitely very, very hard. I think the hardest adjustment from high school, and yeah, I mean, not even just because it was high school, it was also just because I had such a large gap, was picking up like plays and stuff like that. That was probably one of the hardest things, because obviously in high school it's super simple, and
Yeah.
when you get to that, and especially since I was removed from it for so long, that was really hard. I mean, because like the physical aspects, I mean, like there's nothing really too crazy. Like, I mean, I was still working out, I was still training and stuff like that. So that stuff wasn't a huge. Obviously, it's a different level at that type of place, but definitely like the mental side was definitely a huge adjustment that took a while. But yeah,
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's something I'm assuming the more you do it, it just sharpens you. I mean,
yeah,
it's
no,
kind of
yeah,
like it's got to be like riding a bike too, though, right? Like you do
no, yeah,
football,
yes,
you just had
yeah.
to get back into it.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, that for sure. Also, I would say that I've learned a lot though since I've been here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I mean, of course, I've played football my entire life, so I know football. But there's a difference between like knowing football, just like playing it as you're growing up, and like at a Division 1 level, especially at that kind of like you really have to know the game. You got to know what everybody on the field has and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
for sure, definitely a big difference.
Right. You spend a lot of time studying film and whatnot
Yeah,
outside
definitely.
practice.
Yeah, so well, actually, that's about for the last couple months. It's about all I've been able to do, because I actually got injured again a few months ago, back during the season. Uh, was able to like push through it. It was like a back / like hip problem at first, right? And I was able to play through pretty much the rest of the season. I had to modify a little bit throughout, but just popping anti-inflammatories, trying to get through the season pretty much. But so it took them for a while to figure it out. It ends up that I had a torn labrum in my hip, and so actually a week and a couple of days ago I had my surgery. So for pretty much the last 6 months, I've just been we just got a new offensive coordinator. So I been in the playbook, and that's about all I've been doing is trying to know the playbook better than anybody else because that's about all I can do.
Yeah.
So,
So what's the recovery like? How long of a recovery is it for this surgery?
So yeah, there's it's the thing is, it's not like an ACL where like there's a lot of people that have like had this. There's a lot of people that have had it, and there's studies on it for sure, just not like as common as ACL. So it's hard to tell. It really depends on the person, but generally like 5.5, 6 months is what I've been getting. So a little bit shorter than like the ACL, but it also depends. Like I'm way ahead of schedule from just like this past week. I mean, I was supposed to be like non-weight bearing, no weight on my leg for 2 weeks, which my surgeon that I went to is very aggressive. A lot of other people say 4 weeks, but I'm already like able to move around pretty well at this point. So I'm not gonna rush it. Obviously, I want to be 100%. I don't want to
Right.
mess around and get hurt again or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna get back out there as soon as I can because I'm tired of dealing with injuries for sure. That's
Yeah.
the one bad part about the game is that's a unfortunate fact is that injuries are um, they're a very big part of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah. Pulling Aaron Rodgers and shorten your recovery by however long.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I know. I need to talk to him.
Yeah, give him a call.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, with the injury and everything, obviously you're going to be off your feet for a little bit football wise, but like, do you have any goals like going into, the season once you start getting back into it? I mean,
Yeah,
what stuff you
so
want?
that's a great question. So obvious, like I would say short term goals for this summer are to obviously get my health right. That's
Yeah.
about all I can do, of course. In terms of long term goals, I'm definitely still focused on the path of why I came to Marshall, and which was to play football, of course. And so I've like the past year where I wasn't hurt, I was able to work my way up. Obviously, coming as a like legitimate true walk on, you're pretty like bottom. Like, you're at the very bottom. You really got to work for everything that you get. And so I've really I feel like I've earned a lot of stuff and made somewhat of a name for myself. And so yeah, and in terms of the long term, yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to prove my name and just go as far as I can. I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to definitely get on that field. That's the one thing
Yeah.
that I'm really that's really stuck because like it's been so long since I've legitimately gotten to obviously practice and stuff. I played a lot of football since high school, but I haven't been on that field and like in a game situation in a very long time. Right, that's like one thing I really miss, and I want to get back to that.
It'd be a much different experience. I mean, much bigger stadium,
Yeah, oh
bigger
yeah,
crowd,
oh yeah,
crazier crowd,
for
wearing
sure.
that Marshall green, pretty
Yeah,
sweet uniforms. I
oh
the
yeah,
green, I mean, it's
yeah,
you,
definitely.
you want to wear your school colors, especially when you got a unique story like yours.
Definitely, yeah. The all black unis are definitely
Oh yeah,
a
yeah,
team favorite for sure.
yeah,
Every school loves all black for sure, but yeah, we yeah, those are definitely probably my favorite. Is those all black ones with the black helmets? It's pretty dope.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's something about having good school colors. I've talked about this in other episodes with other guys, and like some schools are blessed with like good school colors, and
yeah,
others are just not like
yeah. No,
like
no, yeah.
Bowling Green, the
Oh
brown,
yeah.
not cool,
Oh yeah,
not
no
cool.
Bowling Green. Yeah, my buddy used to go to Bowling Green. If he watches this podcast, he's gonna he's gonna love that because he's a big
Yeah.
green guy. But yeah, no, I yeah the brown and the yeah I know
The
some
orange is the orange is
you know
nice, but
the
like
orange
the
is yeah
The
You
brown is
can't make brown look good.
no, you really can't. No matter how hard you try. Obviously, Brown University, like
Yeah,
same thing. Like
yeah,
there's just some schools.
for sure. Yeah, no, I
And
agree.
personally, I like flashy uniforms. Like I think the University of Michigan, boring.
Yeah,
Alabama, boring.
yeah.
And some people love that.
They like it, but it's because they're such a reputable, known, and like
Yeah.
they like the logo. They don't. I feel like they like the logo. They don't really like the actual colors because
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, like obviously this is NFL, but the Seattle Seahawks type of thing,
Yeah.
neon those kind of uniforms that pop out are definitely really
Yeah.
cool.
I know some people were hating on Michigan State when they had the neon green, but I
Those
kind of
were
liked it personally. I
they,
don't know.
they
I
were
thought it was
yeah, they were interesting. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. Like they were they were cool. I just feel um like the Seattle Seahawks, their color is kind of already that green. Michigan State's theirs is dark. Like their color isn't
right.
neon. So like I feel like it really isn't their color. But it was all right. It was cool. I think it was a little interesting. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I and Notre Dame, like the
Mhm.
navy blue is kind of boring, but like
Yeah,
when they wear the green unis, like
yeah,
I like the greens or some of the Notre Dame every year has the Shamrock series where they play somewhere special and they got like a special uniform. I think those are usually pretty sweet. I like when schools pull out an alternate uniform. Like Army Navy has the best some of the best uniforms when they do the Army Navy game.
yeah.
They're so cool when they
No,
pull
for
those
sure.
out.
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah. The things that are unique and different, that's what everybody you wanna you're tired of seeing the same old.
Exactly. Yeah. Like when NFL teams pull out some new cool alternate uniform, not
Yeah.
what the Giants just pulled out. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
It's horrific.
Oh,
Adam
no.
Scheffner posted it. It's this weird. It's kind of like the Montreal Canadiens colors, like,
Yeah.
but it's too much red. It's really ugly. I don't know. You're
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
to look it up.
Yeah, no, I definitely have to check that out. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, you know what? It's funny because I love football so much, but I am like not very good at keeping up with the current like the uniforms and like who got traded to where and all that stuff. Like
Yeah,
I'm a kind of guy. I sit down during like the season and may watch a few games or like watch the Super Bowl, of course. But like, yeah, I'm not into like the whole um like like the drama side. Not that it's a bad, like it's not bad at all. I
yeah.
just it's just not yeah. I just never was into that for some reason. But yeah,
I'm
but
not
I'll
as I'm de
check out the Giants for sure.
I'm definitely not as crazy as some people are with it. I
Oh yeah,
saw it on someone's Instagram story. Otherwise, I don't think I would have
yeah,
seen it. Like I'll follow my team during the season like pretty closely.
yeah,
Otherwise, yeah, I was curious who are they going to draft? Who are the free agents? But I'm not as invested in it
yeah.
as some people are. You know, I don't know. I feel like for me, sports kind of come and go in waves. Like there'll be years where I'm like crazy into hockey. This year, I don't think I watched a single hockey game. Like it just like depends on the year. Actually, I got super into golf this year, so I was watching a ton of golf. Like, you know, it
Yeah.
just depends on the year, I guess, for
Oh
me.
yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. I kind of see what you're saying because I can link it to something in my life where like if I'm you kind of just go on like these little paths of like you get interested in one thing, like you get stuck on like this one video game for like a little bit and
Yeah.
a bunch and then you just move away from it or whatever. But yeah, yeah, you definitely yeah, I see what you're saying for sure. But,
Do you got a favorite sports team though? Like it doesn't matter what
so
league. It just
yeah, I grew up. I was a big Tom Brady fan, super big
oh
Tom Brady
yeah.
fan.
Okay, here we go.
I was a big Tom Brady fan, like New England Patriots, but that's a thing. And I'm not like I said, I'm not super involved, and I don't pay attention a whole lot to the politics and stuff like that, and like all that stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't now. I wouldn't say I have a favorite team. I definitely have like favorite players for sure, and
Yeah.
I root for players. But yeah, I wouldn't say I have a team per se. But
I got you.
What's
Yeah.
yours?
I'm a Titans fan. I know it's weird. I'm from Michigan. People are like,
Yeah,
what?
it's an interesting one. I don't know if I've
I'm,
met a Titans fan before.
yeah, no, I'm all over the board. I don't like a single Michigan sports team, honestly. And it's not because like they were bad or anything. It's just I have a reason for like every team I like.
Yeah,
Some reason, either like a player
yeah.
or something.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I feel like some people are like, I live in this state, I have to be a fan of this team. Like, nah, pick your own team. Like whoever you want to like.
No, yeah, I agree. That's living well, so my dad lives pretty close to Philly, and if you don't know how the Philly fans are,
Oh,
they're pretty crazy. So yeah, that I can they're all that whole side of my family is diehard
oh
Eagles,
yeah.
all Sixers, all that stuff. So
Yeah, yeah. My dad's a Cowboys fan.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So who is your favorite athlete? You said you like players more.
I would say, yeah, like I said, Tom Brady growing up. For like running back idol, I think Barry Sanders got it. That I've watched a lot of his film, and
Yeah,
my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of debates on who's the best running back, but I mean, yeah, I love watching Barry Sanders. No one else did what he did.
right.
Um,
It depends on what you value. Like what
that
makes somebody the best. Somebody could
that's
say
true. Yeah,
Emmett Smith because he had the most yardage, but he played longer. And
exactly.
but then you could argue like there's so many arguments.
There is a lot of arguments, and that's the thing. I try to stay out of those arguments and just like you got the LeBron, MJ, the whatever. But yeah, like yeah, because but yeah, no, I would say growing up for sure, favorite athlete was Tom Brady, and then running back wise, Barry Sanders for sure.
Yeah, that's respectable.
It's
Respectable.
sure.
Mine
Yeah, yeah.
favorite athlete? I don't. Ooh, that's tough. I've always been a huge Andy Dalton fan.
Okay.
Love Andy Dalton. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
liked when I was younger. This is gonna sound so stupid, but he'd take his helmet off and his hair was always perfect. I was like, how does that guy do it? Like his hair always had that, no matter what. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
started watching play, and I was, he's good, and he does a lot of stuff in the community, and he just seems like a really nice, grounded guy, and he can still sling it. Like I know he's a backup, but
Yeah, yeah.
I think he should still be a starter somewhere. Like I
No,
think he
no,
can
yeah,
still sling it, but
that's definitely a sleeper favorite player for sure. I haven't heard
yeah,
that, but no,
no,
yeah, that's
no.
great. I mean, I don't I know who Andy Dalton is, but yeah, I don't know his like background and stuff like that. But yeah,
I
that's
do say I love Derrick Henry too, even though he's not with the Titans anymore. I still love Derrick Henry. I mean, the way he plays.
yeah, he is a dog for sure.
Yeah,
He has a unique style of play as a running back, that being like
yeah,
as he is for sure. Yeah.
yeah. So some team, maybe the Ravens will do it, but for fun, just like throw him on defense for one series, see what happens.
Yeah,
Like
right.
throw him out
Well,
there at DE.
that's funny because I was just seeing about the whole. I think I watched the podcast actually with Deion Sanders, and he was talking about Travis Hunter and about like how he plays both sides,
Yeah,
obviously, and then when he goes to the NFL, like he it sounds like Deion's almost expecting him to like play both sides in the NFL, which I mean I'm not like he can do whatever he wants, but that would be really cool to see if someone plays both sides. That'd be pretty
yeah.
interesting.
It doesn't. I feel like once you get to the NFL, like there's enough other superstars. They're just gonna keep you where you can excel on one
I agree.
side.
No, I definitely agree for sure. Yeah, it's yeah, no, I wouldn't. It's kind of I think it would kind of hurt the player to be playing both sides at that level because it's just
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like yeah, if you're on offense and you get wrecked by some
hmm
super what a linebacker or something,
yeah,
and then you go out on defense like you just got to keep. There's no way you're going to keep up. The athletes are twice as big,
yeah.
they're twice as fast.
No, yeah, I agree for sure. But best of
Yeah.
luck. I hope he does it. That'd be
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
no, it'd be unreal. Oh, and
Yeah, no,
hey, maybe did you see that thing? Justin Fields, there was something about one of his coaches wanted to put him on special teams at the
really.
Steelers. They were like, somebody said it on a podcast.
Really, I saw like the Steelers schedule, and them like they made a joke about like Justin Fields getting a lot of playing time or something like that. But
There you go. It's gonna be playing time as a punt returner or whatever.
Yeah,
That'd be wild.
that would be really wild. Yeah, it'd be pretty interesting. But,
Yeah, trade for Justin Fields so you can put him on special teams.
yeah, right. That'd be pretty. Yeah.
Oh man. So in a non-sport sense,
Yeah.
what's your favorite TV show or movie, or like are you big into either?
Yes, I would definitely say I obviously don't. Are you still able to see me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. My computer glitched out, but yeah, I definitely do have a favorite. I obviously don't have a whole lot of time to like be watching movies and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I'm a huge Breaking Bad guy.
Okay.
I watched Breaking Bad.
Never seen it.
Oh, really? Wow. All right. You need to give you need to give it a watch. It's definitely a great one. It's a pretty typical. I feel like a lot of people like if they watch
Yeah.
it, they like it. But that one and then Lost is another one that I
Never
really
seen
like.
it.
It's an older one. A lot of people haven't really seen it unless
Yeah.
like a little bit older. But yeah, that and then currently in the process of watching. It's on Netflix. It's called You, which is it's pretty interesting. But yeah, and then I've
Yeah,
watched like the Barry Sanders documentary. That was pretty cool.
he's like a serial killer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
my
pretty.
fiance was big into that.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty mind bending type of thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, how about you? What kind of TV shows stuff you into?
I'm big into Game of Thrones. I'm actually rewatching it right now. Like
Yeah.
have you ever seen it?
I haven't, but I've heard very good things, and I want to watch it. It just to me, and I look at like how long it is. It's like you got to invest into that.
Yeah, no,
You
yeah.
definitely- But yeah, no, I've heard very good things. I have not watched it though. Yeah.
They're hour-long episodes. There's 10 in a season. There's 8 seasons. So I mean, like, you gotta
Yeah.
like devote almost 80 hours of your life to watch it.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
You
But
just
no, yeah.
sit down on a Monday,
Mhm.
start watching it, take a few like 10-minute breaks here and there.
Yeah.
You'll be done by Thursday, Friday. Like,
Yeah, it's a grind.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Just gotta power through it.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. That's yeah. I would say I know you said favorite show, favorite movie. I would say Forrest Gump's got it.
Really?
Forrest Gump. That I don't know, dude. I've watched it a couple times and I just feel like it has everything. Like it's just I
Oh,
feel like
it
the
does.
the story writing is just really good in that movie. And I wouldn't say it's like the best story. Like it's not like it's like super thrown off or whatever. It's pretty straightforward, but it's yeah, no, I think yeah, that's probably my favorite movie for sure.
Yeah, it's got the sports side. It's
Yeah,
got the like
exactly.
love and romance. It's got war. I mean, it's got like
Yeah,
like you said, everything.
like everything. But yeah, there definitely are a lot better written movies out there though, for sure. Like things where you get to the end of the movie and it's like a complete plot twist, like greater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, it's a classic though. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it is a classic. So it's just so long. You have to
It is.
devote a lot of time for that one too.
That is true. It is. It's probably almost 3 hours. I think something like that. Yeah.
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 Well, if you're looking for a movie, I think it's on like Tubi or something. So one of the free ones. My All
Okay.
American. It's about this
Okay,
kid, really small, and he's like the best athlete though, like where he's from. He ends up getting a full ride to Texas,
Oh wow.
and I won't tell you what happens, but
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Okay.
it's
What did you say it's called?
My All American.
My All American. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll check that one out. All right.
yeah. If you're looking for something to watch,
Yeah. No.
definitely.
For sure. Yeah. Obviously, I'm laid up a little bit with the.
Right, you might have some free time here to
Yeah.
watch an extra
I
movie
got
here.
a little free time, so
Yeah,
yeah.
watch a little
Check
extra
that one.
Breaking Bad, you know.
Yeah. No. For sure.
What about music? I mean, are you a big
I'm
music guy or?
I would say I'm a pretty big music guy. I definitely don't have a favorite genre though. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Growing up, the area that I'm in, I definitely was more into like hip hop, rap type of stuff. But as I've gotten older through the last couple of years, my parents the music my parents listen to, I definitely like that like 80s rock type of
Yeah.
vibe. And honestly, like really anything, like even recently, like uh, my girlfriend got me into country a little bit, and I'm out in West Virginia, so I got to rock it a little bit and going to a Zach Bryan concert this summer. So
Oh boy.
yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
so but yeah, I mean, I would say I listen to really anything, and I don't. I mean, there's definitely some bad music out there,
Yeah.
but I'll kind of listen to anything really.
Yeah. I feel like I'm the same way. Like
All right,
there's
yeah,
some genres I don't go super deep into. But like
yeah.
I'll listen to a little bit from every genre.
Yeah, yeah, no. I used to be like real hard on like if I heard a country song come on, I was like, what is this? Oh, I can't listen to this. But no, yeah, I think I've just gotten older and I've kind of opened my mind up. I'm like, all right, I guess it's not that bad.
Yeah. I feel like Zach Bryan's a little different too. Like,
Yeah, it's more like a pop kind of like a pop.
yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, he's got a little different flavor to it. So I feel like that's one of the reasons he's so popular right
Oh,
now.
yeah, no, yeah, I'm excited to go to that concert. That'll be pretty crazy. So
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he sells out all of his shows. It'll probably be pretty packed.
definitely for sure. Yeah.
But concerts are fun. That's
No, yeah, and that's the thing. This will be my first concert. Never been to a concert before.
really
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, so it'll be.
I love going to
We actually
concerts.
we went. Our bowl game was in Texas this past year, so we got cowboy hats, and so I got my cowboy hat ready.
There you go.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, concerts they're a good time. It's like I feel like once you go to a concert and then you hear those songs after, it doesn't compare. Like the concert's always gonna be better if they put on a good show. You're gonna listen to it, and you're gonna be like, that song was 10 times better live. Like
yeah. Oh yeah,
kind
that
of
makes.
ruins a few songs for you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, and from what I've seen, Zach Bryan's a very good performer too. Like
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
yeah, be good
Yeah.
at the performances. So yeah,
Yeah. But I mean ruin it in a good way though. Like obviously
yeah,
you'll still like his music, but it just won't compare to seeing it
yeah,
live.
for sure. Yeah, no, I can totally see that for sure. Yeah,
Awesome. Well, CJ, appreciate you coming on. You got a unique story. It's definitely, I feel like it's a good one for people to hear. You
yeah,
know, stories like that. If somebody's going through a tough time, I mean, not giving up. That's like the whole message of your story. So
yeah. No, yeah, I
definitely,
appreciate it. And yeah, I'm glad to come on here and like share it because obviously like my friends and stuff know the story, but I've never really kind of put it out there. So
yeah,
it was great having this conversation with you. So that's
yeah,
great.
definitely.